Part 1. Fundamental Fact You Should Know About Ori. Chapter 1. Live in a Daylight Compartment. In the spring of 1871, a young man picked up a book and read 21 words that had profound effect on his future. A medical student at the Montreal General Hospital. He was worried about passing the final examination, worried about what to do, where to go, how to build up a practice, how to make a living. The 21 words that this young medical student read in 1871 helped him to become the most famous physician of his generation. He organized the world-famous Johns Hopkins School of Medicine. He became the Regius Professor of Medicine at Oxford, at the highest honor that can be bestowed upon any medical man in the British Empire. He was knighted by the King of England when he died. Two huge volumes containing 1466 pages were required to tell his story of his life. His name was Sir William Osier. Here are the 21 words that he read in the spring of 1871. 21 words from the Thomas Carlyle that helped him to lead a life free from worry. Our main business is not to see what lies dimly at the distance, but to do what lies clearly at hand. 42 years later, on the soft spring night, when the tulips were blooming on the campus, this man, Sir William Osier, addressed the students of LA University. He told those LA students that a man like himself, who had been professor for 4 universities and had written a popular book, was supposed to have a brain of special quality. He declared that that was untruth. He said that his intimate friend knew that his brain were of the most mediocre character. What they, sorry, what then was the secret of his success? He stated that it was owing to what he calling living in a daylight compartment. What did he mean by that? A few months before he spoke at LA, Sir William Osier has crossed the Atlantic on the great occasion Ocean Liner, where the captain standing on the bridge could press a button and presto there was a cleansing of machinery, and various parts of ship were immediately shut off from on another, shut off from on another, shut off into a water right compartment. Now each of one of you, Dr. Osier said to those L students, is much more marvelous organization than the great linear and bound on longer voyage. What I urge is that you shall learn to control the machinery as to live with the tight compartment. Okay, as the most certain way to ensure safety on the voyage. Get on the bridge and see that at least the great bulkhead are working together. Toss, toss the button and here at every level of your life, the iron doors shutting out past the dead extra days. Touch another the shut up with the metal cotton. The future and unborn tomorrow. Then you are safe for today. Shut off the past. Let the dead past bury its dead. Sort out the yesterdays which have lighted fools the way to dusty death. The load of tomorrow added to that the yesterdays carried today the stronger falter, short of the future as tightly as the past. The future is today. There is no tomorrow. The day of man's salvation is now. Waste of energy, mental distress, nervous worries, dog step on of the man who is anxious about the future. Shut close, shut close. Then the great four of apt bulkhead and the prepare of cultivate the habit of life of the tight compartment. Did Dr. Ogier mean to say that we should not make any effort to prepare for tomorrow? No, not at all. But he did on, but he did go on in the address to say that the best possible way to prepare for tomorrow is to concentrate with all your intelligence, all your enthusiasm on doing today's work superbly today. That is the only possible way you can prepare for the future. Sir William Osier urged the student at LA to begin a day with a feast prayer. Give us this day our daily bread. Remember that the prayer asks only for today's bread. It does not complain about the stale food bread we had to eat yesterday. And it does not say, oh God, it has been pretty dry out in the wet lately, and we may have another drought, and then how will I get bread to eat next autumn, or suppose I lose my job? Oh God, how could I get bread then? No, this prayer teaches us to ask for today's bread only. Today's bread is the only kind of bread you can possibly eat. Years ago, a penny, penniless philosopher was wandering through the stony country where the people had a hard time making a living. One day a crowd gathered about him on a hill, and he gave what is probably the most quoted speech ever delivered anywhere at this time. This speech contained 26 words that have gone ringing down across the countries. Take therefore one through the morrow. For the morrow shall take the thought for the thing of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Many men have rejected those words of Jesus. Take no thought for the morrow. They have rejected those words as a counsel of perfection, as a bit of oriental mysticism. I must take through for the morrow. They say, I must take out insurance to protect my family. I must lay aside money for my old age. I must plan to and prepare to get ahead. Right, of course, you must. The truth is that those words of Jesus, translated over the 300 years ago, don't mean today what they meant during the reign of King James. 300 years ago, the word thought frequently meant anxiety. Modern version of the Bible quote Jesus more accurately as saying, "Have no anxiety for the tomorrow." By all means, take through the tomorrow as careful thought and the planning and preparation, but have no anxiety. During the war, our military leaders planned for the morrow, but they could not afford to have any anxiety. I have supplied the best men with the best equipment we have, said Admiral Ernest Junior King, who directed the United States Navy, and have given them what seemed to be the wisest mission. That is all I can do. If a ship has been sunk, Admiral King went on, I can't bring it up. If it is going to be sunk, I can't stop it. I can use my time much better working on tomorrow's problem than by fretting about yesterday's beside. If I let those things get me, I would not last long.